What up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of JAWS. I'm Jason Wahler with my beautiful wife, Ashley. Guys, we made it a full year. Today's 370 days. Pretty incredible. It's been amazing to do this. I know we had talked about sharing our journey with you guys for until I hit a year of sobriety, but we've been getting so much out of this, and we've been getting so many messages and feedback from you guys that you guys are really enjoying this. So we're going to continue on, and we'll go into year one, going into year two, and what it's been like for us. So really excited to share more of our journey with you and what this is entailing. And thank you for all the love and support. And thank you very much for all you've done. And, I just want to take a moment and say thank you, because a lot of the times alcoholics and addicts, receive all the praise for the sobriety and stuff, but also there is the other one, the codependents and the people that struggle with enabling. They have their whole own journey too. And what I put Ashley through, and what a lot of us alcoholics and addicts put our loved ones through, it's a very ugly, trying experience, and they should never have to go through that. And quite frankly, I've always said to Ashley, she probably needs to go to therapy or treatment just like I did. Just having to witness what we do to ourselves and how we act, and just the way we are just in general when we're in our active addiction, it's not good. So I wanted to say thank you very much. I love you, and I appreciate you. And
love you. Thank you for staying sober.
Yeah.
Proud of
So
you.
all right, guys, well, back to it. So actually, Ashley, your action for the week was to spend quality time with the family. Think about your dad. We were up at your mom's.
Yeah, I thought about my dad, but not as much as I thought I would. But we were up at my mom's. It was really nice. It was like a very enjoyable weekend. Delilah got to meet her kind of step cousins, and that was really fun. And it was just a really nice time. Like, there weren't really a lot of expectations, and so just going up there, having a really nice time. It was really fun. We all had a really fun time, so I'm happy.
Good.
It was a good kickoff to the week of Christmas.
Good. Mine was to black out in a good way, not like the old times. I was gonna black out, and it's to black out from just put the phone away, just hang out, be present with the family, and it was very enjoyable. I think I did a pretty good job, and I think Ashley literally called me today. We were talking for a minute. She goes, "Can you just not work anymore? You're so much nicer." So I think I'm doing a pretty good job at disconnecting and being present and enjoying the time with the family. So it's been good. Ash, why don't we check in personally, where you're at, how this last week has been for you? I think it's been an emotional roller coaster. I mean, at least I thought it was for us getting to a year. I thought it was
for sure. It was an emotional roller coaster. This last year has been crazy. But also this last week was a really exciting week because I had a lot of things planned, and as the holidays keep going, and Jason has his sobriety birthday, and then it's Christmas Eve, and then it's Christmas, and then it's New Year's, and then it's your birthday. And so there's just a lot of events going on. So the more things that we continue to pass, the more the list gets checked off, and then it just feels good, not in an overwhelming way, but it feels okay, whew, that's done, next check off list, it feels all the things are getting checked off. It feels less overwhelming. Mm-hmm. So it's good. I think this week's been good. I'm back at work yesterday and today, and so it's the holidays, so I'm just busy and I'm tired and just normal. I'm really excited. Tomorrow's my last day of work pretty much, and then I'll be off until next week, but it's a long time. It's 6 days or something that I'll be off, which is really nice for Christmas, and then just spending time with the family. And I'm really excited for Christmas this year. I'm really excited to have the day off before Christmas. I'm excited for Christmas Eve. Normally I cook on Christmas Eve, and this year all the girls are gonna cook, so it'll be very nice. I get to take a little break. I just cooked a nice little 1 year party, not really a party, but 1 year sobriety birthday dinner for Jason. I cooked for his whole family, and so that was really nice and intimate and sweet. And so that was kind of okay, I cooked for everybody, now check it off my list. I don't have to do it for Christmas Eve this year, because normally I'm the one that cooks every year.
Good. Well, I am on a pink cloud. This last week has been really, really awesome. I've taken a lot of time to reflect and to really thank God and just the family and friends and the people I've had around me. It's been crazy. I mean, to really look at it, it's after trying for 4.5 years, after so many relapses, so many different battles, so many different struggles coming into play, whether it was alcohol, Adderall, gambling, body imaging, like whatever it may be. So it's just like, it's really cool to be in a place where I'm really comfortable and content in my own skin, and I can actually look in the mirror and be like, dude, I'm proud of you again. It feels really good. Don't get me wrong. I still have days that are off, but I know that they are fleeting. Thoughts come and go. Time does heal, and I just got to remember, when I put hard work in and fight through those barriers, that there's a better outcome on the other end, and it just makes me stronger. So I'm in a really great place. Ashley did something so special for me. Like she said, the whole family came over. They surprised me. I went golfing with a couple buddies and my dad, on my 1 year, and I came home, and we were gonna have like a party and like have a bunch of people, like we were gonna go do something, but with COVID that didn't happen. So I was just like, oh, it's just me and Ashley will do something, and I had no idea what she was up to. She kept a secret from me. So got home, my whole family surprised me, and then she made a video of like 25 of the most important people in my life, that I wanted to have here to celebrate with me or whatever we were gonna do, but because of COVID, they couldn't, but they all said a very kind message in their own words of our relationship and, what I mean to them and vice versa. And it was just really, really touching. So I just, again, thank you for that. So I'm just in a really great place. Really enjoying the holidays. I'm enjoying that I'm really taking downtime, spending a lot of time with my family. It was great to go up with Ashley and her family, spend time with, your mother's fiance's kids and all them. And that was great. So I'm in a great place. And, with that being said, I think really what I would like to talk about for this topic for this week is we are going into Christmas. You guys, it's Monday night. This will be out tomorrow, which is Tuesday. So literally we'll be 3 days away from Christmas, 2 days from Christmas Eve. So I was just thinking for us, because we've had some pretty rough holiday experiences, especially last year, where Ashley put her foot down, set a boundary, which led us into doing this. A couple months later is because I relapsed again, and I was not invited to go up north to see the family, which was the first time she's ever done something like that. So I just think we could take a minute to reflect and talk about like what this journey's been like. And, we always say all great change proceeds through chaos. And like by us putting forth that effort, I think a lot of people can relate to what we're going through. There's people that are watching that are in similar situations to where we were a year ago. Maybe just a quick reflection and then also what it's meant to you, because we've busted our asses off. You know what I mean? Like we've really put forth the work, but it's also like, it's going to be amazing. I want to watch episode 1 to see where we were, and I want to talk about that next week.
It's like funny because I feel like people too, like were even commenting that when you and I first started shooting videos, you would like talk over me, and I felt like I couldn't speak because you were always like talking over me. It was like hard for me to get a word in edgewise.
I got it.
But everything's changed. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this last year has been crazy. It doesn't really seem like it's been a year, but it seems like we've grown so much that it seems like it's been like 5 years. I feel like it's been like such a blur. Well, because of COVID, I feel like it was just like such a weird year.
Sobriety, this year of sobriety should have counted for 4. This is the hardest year in the world.
Exactly. But I'm saying it was such a weird year because it was like, it seemed like a year, but not a year because most of it was spent indoors.
I can't relate to that at all.
Okay, well, sorry, but it just felt crazy. It was very challenging. I do feel like in a weird way, COVID was like a kind of a blessing in disguise because of the fact that it hunkered us down so much and made us connect so much as a family and really be together a lot more, which meant we had to deal with our problems face on and head on. I guess you say not face on. We had to deal with our problems head on and really figure out how to communicate with each other living under the household that we did. And I feel like I've seen so much tremendous growth, like especially from you, because I feel like you like became mature in a weird way over the last year. Like you became a man.
Okay.
I'm saying like your mental maturity.
I'm mentally matured for sure.
Is so much different than it was a year ago, and just your openness to listening and to both of us taking direction and guidance has been really, really amazing. Like I said before, like I've written in my Instagram post, like just feeling like I can take my cape off and like not have to be so strong anymore was like a really big thing for me, because in a lot of ways I felt like I've had to like hold up this family or like kind of keep it together for so long and just make sure that like everything was constantly in order, making sure that like the pieces didn't fall far enough for us to all fall down. So in a way, like I feel like it's like, oh, finally, like I can take my cape off, I can give it to him, and like I don't have to be this strong person anymore. I can just kind of be me and be able to lean on him, and like it really feels like a 50-50 partnership. You know what I mean? Like it just feels like I got my person back.
Well, I think I hear what you're saying, and I think for clarity though, it's more of the emotional and accountability stuff that you're talking about that was not there.
Yeah, no.
Well, no, because
You're physically there, but you're just
yeah,
not
well,
mentally.
well, it's like I
totally
still
different.
in my active addiction, I was still able to provide. I was still able to like.
Yeah, I'm not talking about.
I'm just saying
I'm
that.
talking about.
I know. I'm just saying there's areas though because when I was in my sick place, I thought like, what are you talking about, Ashley? Like everything's still taken care of, bills are paid for, house is paid, like whatever needs to be taken care of is taken care of, even though it was like this huge roller coaster of emotion. I did not see this last year. I think the biggest thing, like to your point about your post and what you're stating, is like the biggest thing I took away from this whole year is that I was physically around, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I was just absent. I thought because I was taking care of bills and taking care of just like the basic duties, like, what else, like whatever. And then like this last year, I just really, really spending time with Ashley, spending time with Delilah, being with my family, like, and whether it's work, whether it was like hanging out with friends, any type of thing that I was engaging in, it was just totally different this year. And I guess like the biggest thing is like I realized how much I was missing out on things that I really care about, and the most important things to me is about the love you have with people and the memories that you create. And I was not doing any of that. And so it's just been a huge eye-opener, and this year has been it's been challenging for all of us, for everybody that's gone through this pandemic has just been a shitstorm. It's been a roller coaster. Nobody's known like what's going to happen still don't know what the hell's going to happen, but since we went into this though, it's like I entered into this whole sobriety thing, having to go into the hospital. I had rhabdomyolysis, was in there 7 days. Ashley and her whole thing happened with her career, work. We had no idea what was going to go on.
All of that was just really stressful.
Yeah, there was just so many things that happened, and to just see how we were able to fight through that. And I think the biggest things that like I've taken away from it is like our communication has changed tremendously. We both made an effort and committed. Like when we said like we're going to do therapy, it's like we not just going to show up and to pretend like we're doing therapy. Like we dove like head first, put both feet in, and committed to it. So if it's like you're struggling in a marriage and, and communication, whether it's with substances, without substances, whatever it may be, like communication is so key, and committing on both sides, being open and honest and really committing to it. Like that's what's really changed us. I'd say is the biggest piece is obviously the sobriety piece, Ashley working a program on her end, but was really cleaning up the wreckage of both of our past. And talking to a therapist and having somebody help navigate the waters that we were so dysfunctional, we could not have effective communication, even in totally sober and thinking we're in a good place. It's like we had to open up wounds that we did not know how to talk about without like having aggression, frustration, irritability. And that's what's really changed today. So I think like and it's like everything on the outside, the worldly things, yeah, all those things got better, but it's like that's not even what's important. Like the real things that like create a solid foundation, like create like true sobriety, real recovery, like enjoying life and our family. It's those are the things that I was really excited about, and that's what I've really reflected on this last year, but it's really changed. So it's been a hell of a journny, but I'm grateful that I can say I have a year again, and I love you. And let's close out with our action for the week.
Okay. So my action for the week is, since we moved, I hadn't really been on like a workout routine. I know this is so silly because I feel like my actions for the week are always like work out, eat healthy, blah, blah, blah. But it's one of the things that's very important to me because it helps me stick onto a routine, and I've been totally out of whack because it's the holidays and our schedule's been kind of crazy. I haven't been on a consistent routine with like my personal self-care, which is basically like making sure that I'm working out every day. And so I just really want to take the time, even if it's just like 15-20 minutes in the morning. I woke up this morning, I went downstairs and I did like a really nice body weight workout, and I just want to get into the habit of doing that. It's really important to me. It makes me feel better. Like stretching in the morning is so important to me. I feel better throughout the day, especially because I'm a hairstylist, so when I work, my arms are up half the time, and my back and my neck really kill me if I'm not exercising. And then I've noticed, just because of the fact that I haven't been able, not that I haven't been able, but the fact that I haven't been putting my exercise routine as like a priority in the morning, I won't do it at night. I'm too tired. And I have to deal with Delilah and bedtime and dinner and all these other things. So I'm just going to try and stay consistent at least 4 times this week to make sure I'm doing a workout.
That's good. I want to go live on IG on Thursday morning to just be there for people for like a half hour. So like if people have
so nice
questions or concerns or what they're going through on Christmas Eve, just like if they're having any issues or like they have fear about going to something at Christmas Eve night or for Christmas Day. So I'm just going to take a half hour.
Are you doing it with anyone?
I don't know. I might.
I'll go on it with you.
Okay, yeah. If you want to go on.
Live on Thursday, everybody.
Yeah, so probably going in the morning. That's what I want to do to get back. Then I want to make sure this Christmas is extra special for Delilah, Ashley, and just my whole family. So
It's gonna be a fun one. I really feel it. I feel like it's like probably gonna be the best Christmas Eve we've ever had.
ho, ho, ho. All right, see you guys. Have a great night.
Bye.
What up, guys? Thank you for watching another episode of JAWS Diaries. Hey, if you or a loved one is struggling and you guys need some direction, some insight, and you're just lost, please fill out the link below and we'd be happy to help.